Good afternoon, my beautiful pupils. It's my pleasure being here this afternoon. How are you? I believe you're fine. Good. Today we are on a subject called social studies. And our topic today is communication. But before we go into communication, let's remind ourselves of what we learned the other time. The last topic we discussed online on social studies was resources. What are resources? Can anybody remind me what resources are? Resources are useful materials found in and around our environment. Let me take it again. Resources are useful materials found in and around our environment. And I told you we have 3 types of resources. What are these 3 types of resources? We have human resources, capital resources, and what? Natural resources. I hope you will not forget. Can somebody say the types of resources again? Human resources, capital resources, and natural resources. So today we want to discuss a topic on past and present means of communication. Past and what? Past and present means of communication, which we can as well call old and modern means of communication. The way we communicate in the olden days and the way we are communicating now, old and modern. What are we expected to learn from this class? At the end of this class, all of us should be able to define what communication is. Okay? We should be able to say what communication is. We should be able to list old means of communication. And we should be able to state the modern means of communication. In the olden days, during the days of our grandparents, what are the means of communication there? How do they communicate? Okay? Nowadays, how do we communicate? These are the things we're going to learn in this class. Now, the first question that will come up here is, what is communication? What is communication? Communication is the exchange of information between people. As I'm sitting down here and as you are watching it online, we are communicating. I'm talking to you, you are listening to me. If I ask you any question, you'll be able to answer. That is communication. Communication is the exchange of information between 2 people. Types of communication. We have old means of communication and what? Modern means of communication. What are the old means of communication that we have? In the olden days, before our parents were born, during the days of our grandparents, when people want to communicate, they use fire. They'll go to a place and start burning fire. Anywhere you are and you see the smoke coming up, you know that the king wants to tell the whole community something. There is an information that they want to communicate to people in the community. Once you see that fire and the smoke in the sky, you know that, oh, you need to go to a particular place in order to get that information. Okay? Do we still have that today? No. It was then in the olden days. What other means do they use to communicate then? Look at this. Beating of drum. It is used to warn others. Okay? When you hear there's a particular person that will be beating the drum. When you are hearing the sound, they will be beating the drum so that everybody in the community, everybody in the village will hear the sound of the drum. and the drum is giving what? A warning. It's either that everybody should be indoor or everybody should come together in the town hall. Okay? It is used to give warning. The first one was what? Fire. And the second one is beating a drum. Then another one that they use then is beacon fire. It is used to call for help. Yes, you can see the man in the picture here. He needs help. So he went to the top of the mountain to light the fire. And everywhere, everybody can see it from that top, calling out for help. Okay? Those are the means of communication in the olden days. Yes, they also use speaker. Look at this. They'll put the loudspeaker in the mouth. Oh, use it to make sound. They make sound with the speaker. Once you hear the messenger giving out messages through the loudspeaker, you know there's an information that you need to listen to. Okay? These are the old means of communication. Then we also have another old means of communication through messengers. Look at this. This might be messengers from the king to another village. The messenger, the one in green is having the message and is going to deliver the message to the one in blue. Okay? Once it gets to the one in blue, the one in blue will now take it to the rightful person that owns the message. So they send messages, they communicate through messengers. They use it to send messages to others. It can be from one village to another village. At times it can be from one town to another town. Okay? Good. That was then. But now, have you seen people lighting fire to call you to come and listen to something? No. We don't use that again. You don't beat drums to get information again. We have other means of communicating these days. What are these other means of communication that we have? Modern means of communication. Look at this. Yes, through the post office. You post a letter. When you write a letter, you go to the post office, you give it to the postman there. The postman will deliver your message, your letter, to the person that the address is written on your letter. In the olden days, there is nothing like posting a letter. Okay? But now, people write letter, they post letter to people, to others, in order to pass information to them. They communicate to people by posting letters to people. Then, look at this picture. These are other modern means of communication. What are the things we can identify on this? See, we have a laptop here, a DVD player here, okay? A recorder, email. So people send mails. At times you hear your mom or your dad saying, oh, I want to send mail to that company. I want to send mail to my friend. I need to send mail to so person. They send messages through email to people, through computer. You communicate to people through, as I'm doing now, this is a modern means of communicating. I'm communicating to you via this online teaching, okay? I still have another picture here. Yes, telephone. Look at this. If I want to speak to you, I just call your mom's number. Hello, mommy. Is that Darasimi's mom? Oh, beautiful. I would like to speak with Darasimi. Is she there? Once mommy says, yes, Darasimi is there, then I will say, okay, can I speak with her? Then you hear madam's voice, and madam will give you the information she needs to give to you. Is that clear? We communicate through telephone, your mobile phone, then television or radio. This is the radio. Email, internet, you communicate to people. When you listen to the television, you listen to news, you listen to your radio, you listen to news, they give you information. Okay, you must be out from so time. When it is so time, nobody should move out of his or her house. Okay, they pass information to us through television, through radio, through our telephone, through the internet, through email, through different means of communication. Okay? Look at this. With this web, you can connect anywhere in the world. Okay? This the computer, with the internet, you can connect to everywhere, anywhere at all that you want to connect in the world. You are free to connect. But then in the olden days, if I have information and I want to give it to somebody in London, there is no how I can do that then. Okay? But now, if I'm here, I can be speaking to you. If you're in America, you will listen to me. You will receive my message. I will hear you. I will hear you as you are replying my message as well. Okay? These are modern means of communication. Okay? Beautiful. Yes, like I said before, we use our phone that has internet. You connect your internet, you speak, you pass your information to people. You use WhatsApp, you use Facebook, you use Instagram. People get information through their phone and your laptop. Okay, either laptop or desktop, you get your information. These are the modern means of what? Communication. The old means of communication that I told you before, who can still remind me? Yes, fire. Yes. Beating a drum. Beacon fire. Yes. Then what? They use loudspeaker. And the last one I told you was true messengers. Yes. Those are the old means of communication. Now, the modern means of communication, I told you we have what? Post office, by posting a letter. Okay? Then we use our computer, email, telephone, your radio, your television. You listen to information, they communicate to you through television, through your radio, through telephone, through the internet. And look at this, the web, it's connected. You can get information through Twitter, through the Facebook, through Google, through YouTube. You get information from people and you pass information to people. You communicate with people through your phone. Yes. When you connect to internet, you communicate to people. You give information to people. So these are the old and modern means of communication. Now to recap, what is communication? Communication is the exchange of information between people. What is communication? Say it again, everybody. Communication is the exchange of information between people. Yes, and I told you the method of communication. We have old method and modern method. In the olden days, they used fire to communicate to people. They send messages through messengers, through beating of drum, okay? At times they use loudspeaker. They send messages to people through those means of information in the olden days. But now, in our modern time, what are these means of communication? We communicate to people via television, through radio, through the internet, to your computer, your email, you post letters to people. So these are the modern means of communication. I believe you have learned something today. Beautiful. And I will implore you to still continue to read your books. Madam loves you. Okay? Keep safe. See you next time. Bye.